So they revisit the fight between Cynthia and Portia, and everybody has their own opinion about the situation at hand. It looks to me that Cynthia and Portia have both admitted to the fact that they were wrong in the situation. They both admitted how Cynthia admitted how she overreacted over the word bitch. Portia felt like she may have lost her temper and took it to the next level. But all I got to say is this. A lot of people always want to chime in Kenya, but always want to, try to come for others for always chiming in Kenya. But anyway, here's my thing about the whole little situation between Cynthia and Portia. I still feel the same way that I feel. Cynthia really ignited that whole situation for me, simply because they have been calling each other bitches all day. And for her to get so pissed off because Portia called her a bitch really didn't make no sense to me. So I will always feel like it's her fault. You know what I mean? And not to mention, Cynthia does like to talk with her hands. And she was doing Portia like this, and then Portia started doing her like that. And Candy had to get on her ass about talking with her hands all up in her face and shit like that. So, that ain't nothing new with Cynthia. Cynthia likes to talk with her damn hands and shit and put them in people's face. But, you know what I'm saying? Like Candy said, if you hopped over me and straddled me, then, I would have kicked your ass too. So, it's always, everybody got their own opinion about this situation. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own opinion about it. And me personally, like I said, if I was Cynthia and somebody tried to straddle me, I would kick their ass off of me too. If I was Portia, somebody kept pointing their damn fingers in my damn face, and once I point my finger back in theirs, they grabbed my hand and we already in the heat of the moment, I probably would have tried to attack them, especially not only are you putting your hands in my face, but you also insulting me, calling me all sorts of names and shit, and you just taking it over something that really wasn't even that damn serious. You know what I mean? So at the end of it all, I honestly feel like they both had a part in it. So we can all agree to that. You know what I mean? Like, of course, people like Kenya keep pointing the finger just at Portia, and I get it because she has been the one that has been in the most physical altercations. But let's just call a spade a motherfucking spade, and let's just say that they were both at fault. Even though I do think that Cynthia was the one who fired it off, I do think that at the end of the day they both had their faults in it. That's fair enough in my opinion. Kenya's mommy issues, they all discussed that. And to me, I just feel like that is partially the reason why Kenya feels how she feels about loyalty and friendships and love, and how she felt really rejected by Cynthia when Nene first came back, and she felt like Cynthia had threw her away in expense of Nene. You know what I mean? And it all comes from being rejected from her mom. And like I told y'all before, my mother and my grandmother don't have any type of relationship, period. They don't speak. They don't have any type of relationship. And it's a lot of things that I just won't get into on this video because that's really not my business, nor is my place, because I wasn't there when it happened. But there's a lot of things that happened between my mom and my grandmother, and they don't have a relationship to the point where my grandmother has shut me and my siblings out, all because she has a long-standing history with my mom, and they don't get along. She also doesn't really speak to us either, so it's really fucked up. And I never, as much as I don't like Kenya, I would never ever make jokes about her not having a mother, because that's something that everybody should have, you know what I mean? And I would never talk about her not having a mother, because a mother is just everything to have, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people in my life that don't have a mom, or their mom wasn't there, their mom died already, you know what I mean? So I would never make light of that situation. So I will always keep Kenya in my sincere prayers when it comes down to her mommy issues. Now here's the thing that I really want to discuss, and that's the Cynthia and Peter situation. Peter came out, they discussed the allegations over the video and all of that. So Cynthia, felt some type of way because she felt like Portia was carrying around rumors about her marriage to Peter. And here's my thing about it, bitch. You were the main one carrying rumors around about Apollo and Phaedra talking about how she was with a Mr. Chocolate and all this shit. You didn't mind putting her shit out on the table. But when your shit out on the table, now, bitch, you understand why you need to keep your motherfucking mouth out of other people's business. Now you understand it. And then from just sitting there listening to Cynthia and Peter, they really trying to keep it together. But my thing about it is, bitch, y'all talking like y'all motherfucking divorced already. You know what I mean? Like that's exactly how y'all was talking. Y'all was talking like y'all already signed them papers. Y'all already know what the deal is. He gonna stay in Charlotte, your ass gonna stay in Atlanta, and that's just that. Like, don't use the businesses as an excuse as to why y'all not being around each other. Let's just keep it funky. Peter is cheating on you. And that's why he spent all his time in Charlotte, and you can't deal with it after the shit that you pulled with Phaedra and Apollo. And I'm not Phaedra #1 fan at this point in time, but the truth is the truth, and fair is motherfucking fair, Cynthia. At the end of the day, bitch, you did way too much when it came down to that damn Phaedra and Apollo shit. That shit had nothing to do with you. And once that video came out with Peter, your ass just knew that you was gonna be the topic of discussion, and you were, and much in every right to be the topic of discussion. You know what I'm saying? Because you put that shit out there about somebody else's marriage, and now it's your turn to be in the motherfucking hot seat. How hot is the seat, bitch? How hot is it? I can't stand Cynthia, y'all. I really can't. So let's talk about Phaedra's divorce situation and her issues with the friends that with her friends as far as Candy and Cynthia, and with Apollo and all of that. Phaedra is honestly irking my nerves with this whole situation about the kids, and everybody has an opinion or whatever. Although there are things that people are going to be sensitive about, and people may want to, keep those sorts of things off limits. I do feel like Phaedra is that type of friend that wants people to tell her what the fuck she wants to hear, and that's not a real friendship in my opinion. It's really not a real friendship. You know what I mean? And Candy had a valid point. You know what I mean? Like, Candy just had her motherfucking opinion about the situation. And, of course, Phaedra felt some type of way about it. But she has her opinions about things. And it pretty much shows that all this crying that bitch did at the beginning of the season about how she wanted their friendship to be the way that it used to be. I just felt like that was a crock of shit. And honestly, I just think that she just needs to have a motherfucking seat. Honestly, I just think that she does. I mean, she keeps holding this shit against everybody about how nobody came to her and checked on her kids when Apollo went to jail. Bitch, half of them people you expected to check on your damn kids, you pushed them away. So tell me, why the fuck would they even attempt to come and see you and your motherfucking kids when you clearly pushed their asses away? When a bitch pushed me the fuck away, I don't go around. What the fuck am I gonna go around a bitch for that don't even want me around? Why would any of them come around you when you already pushed them away? Just like with Cynthia. She felt like because y'all had issues that at the end of the day you would not want Phaedra around you, or she wouldn't want her around you or your motherfucking kids. And that's just what it is, and you know damn well you would not. Of course Greg was the one to reach out because you was cool with his motherfucking wife and you was cool with them. So at the end of the day, bitch, that's why Todd didn't reach out. You was having problems with him. That's why Candy didn't reach out, because y'all weren't talking. And Cynthia and Peter didn't reach out because you was having issues with the both of them. So at the end of the day, bitch, have several motherfucking seats. You know what I'm saying? And stop it with the fuck shit. I honestly feel like you on fuck shit at the end of the day. You on fuck shit. You always playing the fucking victim and you not one. Stop. At the end of the day, if you pushing these people away, hell no, they're not gonna come check on you. For what? You don't want them around. So bitch, bye. And another thing that really, really, really annoyed me about this motherfucking reunion was when they discussed this motherfucking Miami attack. I just love how everybody want to sit there and say, oh, I didn't feel like he was aggressive. Oh no, I didn't feel like he was aggressive. Really? I don't give a fuck what Kenya did. Kenya was not the reason why that dude acted a damn fool like that. Calling her bitches and hoes and saying this and saying that. You know what I mean? I honestly feel like y'all only saying that because y'all don't like Kenya. Honestly, y'all wanted Kenya to get fucked up by that dude. Y'all saw how Kenya walked up on him. It don't even matter about that. At the end of the day, just like Candy said, it don't matter what the fuck Kenya did. It shouldn't have happened, period. You know what I mean? It wasn't okay. And because it was Kenya, that's why y'all motherfuckers didn't care. Because it was her. That's why y'all didn't really give a damn. So let's just be 100 about it. Y'all didn't give a fuck about that dude walking up on her. All because that was a Kenya situation, and y'all feel like all Kenya does is look for attention, which Kenya does always look for motherfucking attention. We know this already. But at the end of the day, that does not give a motherfucking nigga, a motherfucking man, a right to walk up on a woman like he gonna fuck them up and call her bitches and shit. It don't matter how y'all feel about Kenya. At the end of the day, stop being biased. Kenya is a messy ass bitch, true enough. Kenya loves motherfucking attention, true enough. Kenya is thirsty for attention, true enough. But at the end of the day, that does not give y'all the right to sit up there and make it seem like it's okay and pacifying that shit. It wasn't cool. Kim, bitch, really? You saw how he walked up on Candy. You was sitting right there, but you didn't feel like it was aggressive. Please. Not only was Candy a woman, she was a pregnant woman, and you want to tell me that that was okay? Bitch, please. That's the part that pissed me off. But y'all, I'm ready for season 3's not season 3, the part 3 of this reunion, so we can stop talking about these bitches. Why? Because I'm ready for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay? So with that being said, y'all, this is my review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 2, and I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.